Welcome to my little movement series that I'm putting together for you today. This is a very Pilates inspired space that we're going to be transitioning through. And we're here in my living room. This is, I, for many years, owning a studio, and I would rent out studio space to film in. And I just thought to myself, this is crazy. I am talking to a community and a group of women and moms who possibly don't have time to get out to those spaces. Maybe they don't have the budget to create that, but we all have a living room. We all have comfy clothes. Even if you don't have a mat, you have under padding on your carpet or a towel you can lie on. We can create this happening here in our own home. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna spend about 7 to 10 minutes, like I said, Pilates inspired movements to wake you up, have you feeling good, set those glutes on fire a little bit, and get you deeply activated and aware of that deep core line. So let's begin. In a seated position, take a deep breath in and stretch your arms all the way up overhead. Really big breath. And then exhale all the way out. And again, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, arms in front of you. Inhale, bring those arms up. Good. Now as you exhale, let your right fingertips find the floor and walk out a little bit, keeping that left hip and bum cheek down nice and heavy. Stretch your left arm up overhead. Big inhale, fingertips to the ceiling. Press into your bottom arm and stretch and open up through the chest. So don't let this left shoulder be here or the arm be up too high. Think about me holding your wrist and stretching and reaching you wide. And then bring your fingertips back up. Think about me pulling you up by that wrist, and then release it down onto the left side. And then stretch your right arm all the way up and overhead. Bend that left elbow, lengthen, reach, be heavy through the right hip and bum. Good. Now inhale, fingertips up, press into your bottom hand, spin and twist through the torso and the ribs a little bit. Let that right arm draw back behind you, and again, reach, right? Like on this side, imagine I've got a hold of your right wrist and your left one, and I'm giving the most loving amount of traction and pull here to open you up. Good. Now sweep the fingertips back up to the ceiling, lift your body back up, take your hands down, place them on your knees. So from this position here, and actually what I'm gonna do is tie my hair back because we're gonna do like these little kind of like swivelly swirls in through our pelvis and our hips and our belly. This is a really good one if you are like me and you write a lot, or you find yourself sitting at the computer. We get very broken off and shut off from our diaphragm and from our gut. And that impacts not only our digestion and our energy, but ultimately how we're absorbing and taking things on from the world. So this little movement here, just going in alternating directions, focusing on your breath, really sweeping, even letting the shoulders roll and draw forward and around with you. Go one more time in the opposite direction. Good. One more big full circle here. And then up and around. Good. Now from here, I'm gonna have you transition down onto your back. So once you're down here, all the way down, hug those knees into your chest and give yourself a little rock and roll from side to side. Okay, like a little massage across your low back spine. And then from here, place one hand on front of either knee, and you're going to circle those knees wide and bring it back in. Circle it out nice and wide, back in and around. Good. Soften through the jaw. Go the opposite direction now. So send it away, circle it back in. If you ever come to my classes in person, there's never a class that I teach where we don't do this movement. And I oftentimes recommend for you to do this even before you get out of bed in the morning, lying in your bed or when you get into bed at night. It's so good for the hips. Hug in. Now extend your left leg nice and long. Squeeze your right knee in towards you. Really push that left heel forward, toes are pulling up towards you, and then exhale and extend and change the leg that leads out in front, and then do that again. So we're not reefing on that leg with the hands, we're just simply using it as a bit of assistance to pull in. You're gonna do 2 more of those, one on either side. Extend and reach, and then bring it back in. Good. Now from here, I want you to lengthen your legs, toes up towards the ceiling, and bring your hands behind your hamstrings. Some of you are gonna lift your upper body into flexion, and some of you are gonna keep the head down. Now, how do you know which one you should do? If it irritates your neck being up here looking forward, then you're going to be the one that keeps your head down. If you find it comfortable and you're okay, you'll stay up. Hands behind the hamstrings, slide your left leg long, bring the hands somewhere behind that right leg, toes are pointing. It's 2 exhale, 2 little pull. Exhale and switch. And switch. And switch. Good. Now, if you're the person that has the head down, your movement pattern does not change here. Really nice and slow and precise and controlled. You're not swinging your legs out to the side. We're not overusing the energy of the arms. Lengthen and reach here. Exhale it out for 4. Squeeze through your glutes for 3 and 2 and 1. Now you're going to go singles here. Take your hands behind your head. Reach it. 7, 6. Stomach muscles draw in, down, and upward. Reach it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, bring those knees in, rest the head back. Place your feet down flat. Take your hands to the front of your thighs and lengthen that energy away, and then root your hands down next to you. Press into the floor, into your feet, squeeze your glutes and lift your hips up. Work your shoulder blades underneath you a little bit more. Tap your bum cheeks down and then squeeze and lift up. So we're gonna do about 6 to 8 little hip thrusting bridges here to get you to start to squeeze your right and your left cheek, to think about finding length in this space, to turn your hamstrings, which are the back of your thighs, on, and to get your inner thighs squeezing towards each other instead of the knees spreading wider. Good, now bring it on up and hold it. Shimmy the feet in a little bit closer. Bring your right knee in towards you and extend your right leg long. Flex your foot, send your leg down, point the toes and lift up. Send it away, point and lift. 6 and up. 5. Think about the breath out. Inhale. One more. Up and down. Bring it in. Bend and tap to the ground. Securely through that right foot, squeeze and bring the left knee in. Extend, find the length and the strength, contract through the front of the thigh, flex your foot, send it away, point, lift up. Press and extend, point and reach up. Lengthen and lift. Good. 5, 4, give me one more on this side. One more. Send it away. Point and lift it up. Control the bend. Control the return. Release it all the way down. Good job. Bring those knees into your chest and then place your knees over your hips. Flex your feet. Let your knees spread out a little bit wider than your feet. Root your low back spine towards the floor. Then from here, take your arms up so fingertips are pointing to the ceiling. We're gonna start by dead bugging the right leg away, and then we're gonna squeeze it back in. Inhale and exhale. Now, upper body's going to stay still. How far away do you reach the leg? You don't wanna feel a break in the stomach muscles, meaning you don't want this happening, where when you reach the leg away, you are popping and then dropping back down through the tummy and through the lower back. Now, if you're doing this and you're like, Jen, this feels good, I feel strong, add an alternating arm. Whoop, that's the same arm. Which, like, there we go. Brain had to think there for a second. Lengthen and reach it away and squeeze it in. Slow and controlled, and bring it in. Now, this little technique of having the heels in a little bit closer and the knees out a little bit wider, little bit more deep core activation here. Really good one, especially for those of you women who had diastasis recti and had that separation in the linea alba after being pregnant and giving birth to your children, right? Slide it away, squeeze it back. One more time. In and down. Beautiful. Now come on to your left side. Make sure you've got a little bit of cushioning underneath that hip. Support the head. We're gonna come into our clam. Heels together, toes apart. Hips are gonna stay stacked. We're gonna squeeze and lift that top one up. So right bum cheek, fire into here. I really highly recommend that you do clam 3 times a week. Now, you can do it lying down, you can do it standing, you can do it with a band around the knees. If you've ever done any of my bigger programs and series like Rock Solid Booty or Inside the Hormone Project, when I create a workout calendar for you, you do a lot of different variations of clam, right? You do a lot of glute work in general in those programs. It's so important, but this is a really big one. Now, hold it up here. Now, very tiny little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, nice and slow, and squeeze up and lift. Up and down. Again, focus in your headspace. Really think about what is going on in that glute activation. 3 more slow, 2, and 1. Now hold it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now from here, last little one on this side. Bring your knees straight out from your hips. You're stacked. We're gonna lift and kick, bring it in and down. Up and kick and down. Lift and extend and down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold it long, little pulses. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Flip it all the way over. You are almost done. And then the day is yours. Here we go. Start in that clam position, squeeze, heels together, toes apart. So we've done about 10 minutes already. So we've got probably about another 3 minutes in total that you're here. So still, I mean, my goodness, if we can't find 12 to 13 minutes in our day for ourselves, ladies, something has got to change in your schedule if you can't carve out that time for you. And if you're saying, Jen, it's not that I don't have time, I don't have energy, I promise you it's gonna be hard to begin, but once you start, it is like you're sticking a straw into an energy cup when you move your body and you are sipping from it. Start to do it more often. Hold it here, little baby ones. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make sure it's not a bounce, it's a squeeze. Contract, engage. Keep going, lifting up and down. Just think you don't have another leg to lift after this. Up and squeeze. Now go slow for 10, 9, 8. Full range of motion. 7. Push your heels together. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, breathe into it. Little baby ones. Last little bit. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now bring it forward, almost done. 90-degree angle, lift, extend, bend, and down, up. Hey, again, we do everything forward in life, right? Like you lift your leg up towards your chest, you walk forward, you sit with your hip flexors tight and engaged. How often are you taking your leg out to the side and away from your body, right? Not too often. Last couple, squeeze, and up. Good. Now one more, you're gonna hold it. Now little ones, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Bring it all the way up, all the way up. Have a seat back to that easy seated position that we started in at the beginning of your little movement series. Take a deep breath in, bring your arms all the way up. Good. Now this time, fingertips in front, slide that energy on out, and then just rock and wave into your hips. Good job. You can stay here for as long as feels good. And when you're ready to press pause or stop, make sure you grab yourself a little bit of water, give yourself a high five. You did it, you pressed play, you didn't watch, you actually participated, you showed up for yourself. You need to celebrate those small moments of simplicity because big change in our life and how we feel is not created in big change. It is created by small, daily, consistent habits, and that's what you are creating every time you say yes to yourself. From my living room to yours, from my hampered breath to yours, I'm wishing you more simplicity and more ease in all that you do. Have a great day.